When I came back, the dog was having a liaison dangereuse with the lady minister's terrier.
But how did they find out?
Well, 2 months later, the president's Labrador gave birth to 6 beautiful mongrels. And I was busted to sergeant just after the president's divorce came through.
You are a victim of a great injustice, Sergeant.
You think so?
But of course. You knew you must not fall asleep at your post. You were guarding the president himself.
Well, the president's dog.
Ah, it was the same thing.
Yes, I suppose.
And by drinking that coffee, you made the ultimate sacrifice for our glorious republic, your career.
Now you put it like that?
And now France is calling you again. She is saying, "Drink, Sergeant Moo, drink!"
She is?
She is. Drink or fall asleep at your post. Which is it to be?
I suppose it is drink?
Bravo, Sergeant!
This world is nuts. It is nuts.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Excuse me, madame. I must use the petit gendarme's room. It has gone straight through me. Could you watch the gallery door for me?
Oh, you can count on me, Sergeant.
That's unnaturally quick.
I distracted Moo. It was now or never.
How did you get past Sergeant Moo? Well, you won't fool me so easily, madame. I shall question you later.
Nico, am I glad to see you.
I managed to grab a couple of photos, but the guy got away.
Poor Henri is dead.
I know. Why kill him?
I've been trying to find out. Turns out the alarm was tampered with. It looks to me like an inside job.
So, no ordinary robbery?
And no ordinary painting. The priest claims that La Maledictio is evil. I need to get into the office and see what the CCTV has to offer.
So, what's the problem?
The inspector's watching me like a hawk. I'll never get in without some sort of distraction.
I'll see what I can do.
Let's see, we could probably distract them with maybe press patch? Yeah,
that wouldn't make sense.
Talk to Navik. Yeah, I know it's kind of cheating, but would you rather me sitting around kind of blankly staring into space? I mean, I could do that. I kind of want to just hear the story.
The tomato sauce had splattered on the floor. I spread some of this salt. It looked a little bit like a blood stain, but it still wasn't right. If I was going to distract the cop, I had to get rid of that gun.
You think a leading expert
my press card, hoping the inspector would
in blood splatter would be able to tell the difference between blood splatter and tomato sauce? I mean, if we're being honest, tomato sauce usually has, little grains in it from the spices and everything you use. So how would you not notice? I mean, blood kind of... whatever. This game exists in some parallel universe.
Do you have a moment?
My time is of the essence. Be quick now.
Let's
I
talk. I
suppose
want
this
to
is
hear
quite
what
a
he has to say
complex
about all
case,
these
Inspector.
It is a robbery gone bad. Nothing more, nothing less.
Surely there's a bit more to it than that.
Please abstain from baseless conjecture, madame. The victim's body paints a simple picture, more reliable than any witness statement. Consider the impact of the bullet, and note the concomitant lack of blood. A casual homicide, nothing more.
Don't you find it odd that the thief chose that one particular painting?
Life is full of odd things, madame. Fingerless gloves, white dog poo-poo, nasal hair. I prefer to concern myself with murder.
Did you see the alarm was sabotaged?
I have interrogated the crime scene, madame. I am fully aware of the disabled security. I prefer biological evidence to the merely circumstantial. Body parts, blood, important things.
Don't you think the disabled alarm is highly suspicious, though?
The forensic team will be along shortly. Voice your concerns to them. Do not bother me with this circumstantial fliff-flaff.
Why don't you check out the security camera footage?
Madame, that is not my area of expertise. It is the body which concerns me.
But the CCTV footage is evidence. It could help identify the killer.
Correction, madame. It is but an indicator. The only true evidence is bodily fluid. Unless you know something I don't, then please leave me be.
The only evidence Inspector Nave seemed to appreciate involved gore. What do you think about the American, Georges?
He is deeply suspicious.
Have you seen the stain on the floor over there? It looks like blood.
Indeed. How very curious. I must investigate immediately, before one of these idiots steps in it.
Yeah, it should take you about 3 seconds to be like, oh, pizza box, thing,
Maybe it is
stain,
time to
dude.
employ the machine.
Okay, Georges.
Wait, now I wonder
should
what the machine
distract him
is.
for a while.
Nice work, Nico. I'll let you know what I find in the office. I was sure the inspector hadn't seen me slip away, but I needed to be quick because it wouldn't take him long.
At last, Stobart.
Sorry, Mr. Rickenbacker. I've been busy.
Yeah, I damn well hope so. I'm watching the news.
Oh, anything interesting?
Yeah, someone stole a painting.
Oh, really?
And it was one you insured. What's going on?
Ah, yes. Well, the guy was armed, sir.
So?
You think I should have thrown myself in front of the thief, wrestled him to the ground, got myself shot?
Sure would have made me feel better. Anyway, find that painting, or give me a good reason not to pay out. Please tell me that you have some leads.
I'm working on it.
So there are only 2 competent people in this universe. And that's it.
The calendar
2.
looked like a child's school project. Omri had ringed 27th May and scrawled birthday. Poor guy hadn't quite made it to his big day.
See, with
The
the
statue
statues over
was
here.
jaunty. Up close and personal, I could see that the fig leaf was hinged.
There we go. Kind of blends into the background.
The CCTV system was ancient. It took individual shots and recorded them to tape. It looked like I needed to enter a passcode to view the recording.
Wait, what is that birthday?
Omri had ringed 27th May. The
27.
poster advertised in 1975, headlined by a group
Maybe well, let's try first 1975.
And there I
And then
was, thinking that Henri...
1927.
No.
Maybe 75-27.
Still not right.
How about 27-75? No. Okay, we've got...
It was a pretty
clock.
flamboyant... It was... The sofa had clearly taken some punishment. A naked lady stared at me. It was a statue of all... A strategically placed fig leaf protected his modesty.
Maybe we can check the desk.
There was nothing else in the drawer. The folder looked interesting. This was very definitely tampering with evidence. It was a completion of work notice from a company called Vera Security. They weren't the guys we'd recommended. Henri had gone behind our backs to choose a different security outfit. Huh. I'd never heard of Vera Security, but there was an address and phone number on the form. Henri's notice board was... The woman in the picture... It was hard to tell if the...
maybe?
Henri sure liked this clutter. The telephone was an
telephone.
antique. Henri had ringed 27th May.
It was like 2078. I can't tell the numbers. Oh, that's 1975. That's a poster.
A pair of evil...
Junk. I'm curious, what would be the answer be? Pinboard, look at the calendar. Oh, 20...
Henri had ringed 27th May.
27th May. 2705. The 05 for the month. I feel stupid now.
Bingo. I rewound the tape to before the robbery. This was the first interesting frame. It was Henri studying La Malédiction. He couldn't have had any idea what was about to happen. Nico and I were taking a look at La Malédiction just before the robbery. Funny, the painting didn't strike me as remarkable at the time, just odd. A good view of La Malédiction. I could kind of see why Father Simeon thought it was evil. There was a certain presence about it. The killer caught in the act. There was nothing really distinctive about him. The moment it all went horribly wrong. There was some writing on the front of his helmet, but I couldn't quite make it out. The image was a little fuzzy, but in the center of the painting was what looked like a snake eating its own tail. I thought about what the priest said. There was definitely something unsettling about the picture. Why hadn't Henri backed down when the thief pulled the gun? If that was me, I'd have done whatever the guy wanted. The alarm should have sounded when the killer took the painting, but it had been sabotaged. I wondered who could have done that. Maybe Lane, or even Henri himself. Or perhaps even Vera Security, who'd installed the system. The killer making his getaway. A logo on
there we
the
go.
front of his helmet read Waterloo Motors. That could be useful.
Anything else?
The alarm should have sounded. The painting was gone. There I was, taking a look at the alarm box. Hopefully I didn't look too suspicious. That was me. The alarm... I hadn't thought about
Anything
that when I
else?
was taking a look at the camera. That was the last... I'd probably learned everything I could from the CCTV. I knew it'd be wrong to leave the room without checking it thoroughly. I had no...
Didn't I check everything thoroughly?
I had... Henri had a model of a VW. The engine capacity was displayed on the back, 1600 cc. Henri sure had his quirks.
Is there anything? The bottles, window.
I didn't want to go back